You don't have expensive equipment and you think it's too late for YouTube. Here's how to choose a niche and succeed using just your phone. I don't have a good camera. I don't have an expensive microphone. All the good topics have long been taken and it's damn too late to start anything on YouTube now. How many times have you heard these toxic sentences in your head? Or even worse, how many times have you repeated them to yourself as an excuse for still sitting on the sidelines, just watching others succeed? It's time for a complete wake-up call. The truth is radically different from what your comfort zone is whispering to you. Today, at this very moment, is actually the best possible time to start your YouTube channel. Why? Because the platform's algorithm has fundamentally changed. A few years ago, the system blindly pushed only million subscriber channels and the old, huge players. Today, the algorithm actively seeks out, recognizes, and promotes small, completely new channels more than ever before in the history of the internet. The platform is hungry for fresh blood and new creators. In this video, I won't sugarcoat things for you. We will break down the 4 biggest, most ridiculous myths that subconsciously block you from even taking that first step. And I will reveal to you a precise system for finding your so-called golden niche. That's that specific, surgically precise topic where there aren't millions of competitors ready to swallow you up, but where there's a base of ultra-loyal followers eagerly waiting for your next video. And best of all, I'll prove to you that you can do all of this without spending a single dinar on expensive professional equipment. Turn off all distractions, turn up the volume, and listen carefully. Let's get straight to it without any beating around the bush. Let's crush those silly excuses you call reasons. Myth number 1, I need expensive professional equipment. This is an absolute 100% lie sold to you by people who have never accomplished anything. Look around you today. Today's phones, even mid-range ones, record in a resolution that directors could only dream of 10 years ago. But I hear what you're thinking. Okay, but the picture in my room looks dark and the sound has terrible echo and noise. So what? We live in an era where artificial intelligence has changed the rules of the game. Today, there are completely free AI tools that with a single click can take the worst possible desperate audio recording from your phone full of noise, wind, or the echo of an empty room and turn it into clean, crystal clear, warm sound that makes it seem like you were sitting in front of a €1,000 microphone in the soundproof room of a professional podcast studio. Remember one rule of production: sound makes up more than 50% of your video. If people can hear you clearly without effort or noise, their brains will automatically perceive the visual quality as much higher. The audience will forgive you for poor image quality if the story is good, but no one will forgive bad, screechy sound that hurts their ears. They click the X within the first 3 seconds. Myth number 2, I need a huge audience of 1 million people to succeed. It all depends on how you define success in your own mind. If you are obsessed with the idea that you are only successful if you have 1 million subscribers and a gold plaque on the wall, you have a serious problem with perspective. The truth is that you can build a strong, stable business and have serious income with just a few thousand loyal, focused followers, as long as you solve a specific problem for them and give them exactly what they need. YouTube should not be your only goal for earning money through those small amounts from ads. YouTube is the most powerful free machine in the world for generating people's attention and trust, and you then redirect that attention and trust to your website, your specific products, digital services, consultations, or exclusive premium communities. A smaller group of people who trust you is worth more than 1 million kids who subscribed because of some trend. Myth number 3, I have to put out 3, 4 or more videos a week just to stay afloat. If you get into that crazy pace as a beginner, I guarantee you'll burn out within the first 20 days. YouTube will become a heavy, burdensome load for you. You'll stifle your own creativity and in the end you'll end up hating the whole process. It's much smarter, healthier, and more effective to release a single but surgically precise and high-quality video every 2 weeks than to flood your channel with a bunch of superficial, boring, and hastily thrown together content just to meet some made-up quota. The key to success on this platform isn't a stampede but sustainability in the long run. YouTube is a marathon. And myth number 4, it's too late. The market is oversaturated and everything has already been seen. If that's the case, then how do you explain the situation you see every day on your own YouTube feed? You open the app and on the homepage you see a video from a channel that barely has 1,000 subscribers, and that video at that moment has over 200,000 views. How is that possible if the market is oversaturated? It's possible because the system is constantly searching for new perspectives, new faces, and new energy. The competition is indeed fierce, but in 90% of cases, the competition is lazy, formulaic, and boring. There is more room than ever, but only if you know how to enter your specific zone, your niche. Let's define what this magical word niche actually means. It's nothing more than your ultra-specific field of activity, your playing field. The biggest cardinal mistake beginners make is stretching themselves too thin. They want to be everything to everyone. They think, I'll film a bit about my travels, then I'll talk a little about phones, then I'll record what I had for breakfast, and then I'll throw in a tutorial on editing. The result of that is complete chaos. When you film for everyone, in the end, you're filming for no one. No one wants to subscribe to a channel that doesn't have a clear focus. The secret to extreme and rapid success on modern YouTube lies in narrowing your topic in a process called niching down. The narrower, sharper, and seemingly smaller your topic is, the faster and easier you'll attract a base of people who will become your devoted followers. You don't want to be a drop of water in a vast ocean. You want to be a shark in a small pool. Let's break this down with some simple examples. If you start a successful travel channel, you're directly competing with television productions and channels that have €1,000,000 budgets and equipment worth €100,000. You're losing there before you've even started. But if you narrow down your story and say, my channel is exclusively about renovating old cheap camper trailers and how to travel the Balkans with them on a budget of €100. Boom, that's no longer general travel, that's a specific subculture. Or instead of making a successful fitness channel where millions of trainers show how to do squats, you create a channel that focuses exclusively on fitness and exercises for people who sit for 12 hours in an office at a computer and have chronic lower back problems. Think about that. When a person who has that specific problem comes across your video and sees that your entire channel is dedicated to solving their particular pain, what do you think they will do? They will subscribe instantly, watch every video from start to finish, and recommend it to everyone in the office. Narrowing down your topic makes your job dramatically easier. You know exactly what your next topic is and what is immediately ruled out because it doesn't belong to your territory. To be absolutely sure that you're not wasting your time and that you're on the right track, before you even write a single word of the script for your next video, you need to sit down and brutally and honestly ask yourself 2 key questions. If you don't have clear answers to them, turn off your computer and don't even bother recording that video. The first question is, what is my competitive advantage in this video? Face the truth. Why would anyone on this planet in a sea of information spend 10 minutes of their life watching you specifically and not someone else who covered the same topic? What is it that sets you apart? Is it your raw, unique energy or charisma? Is it your personal story or authentic experience that you've been through? Maybe you have a specific visually dynamic editing style that holds attention. Or maybe you have access to information or locations that no one else around you does. You need to know what your trump card is. And if your answer is, well, I don't have anything special, I just want to tell this story, feel free to skip making that video because it will go unnoticed. The second question is even more important. What video do people in my niche desperately need right now? Stop recording videos about things that bore you at the moment or topics you can't be bothered to research. Focus solely on the problems, frustrations, and struggles your audience wakes up and goes to bed with every day. Record videos that give them instant answers, that make their lives easier and solve their problems in a simple, direct way without overcomplicating things. The best and easiest trick to do this is to go back in time. Imagine yourself a year or two ago in the field you want to work in. Remember how confused you were and what annoyed you, which answers you couldn't find anywhere, and what you desperately wanted to watch on YouTube at that time, but no one offered it to you. That's exactly what you should sit down and record now for others. That is the formula for explosive growth. Once you precisely define your inner why, when you surgically narrow down your topic to a golden niche, and when you break down those poor excuses about expensive equipment, believe me, you've already covered more than half the distance to a successful channel. You've escaped from that group of 99% of people who give up right at the start. But we have to be realistic. You can have the most perfect niche in the world and record the best video in the history of mankind. But if no one clicks on your thumbnail and your title, it's all for nothing. You've put in the effort for nothing. That's why in the next video we're moving on to the most important, purely technical and most powerful part of this puzzle. How does the YouTube algorithm actually work? How do you create a title and thumbnail that people simply have to click on subconsciously? And how do you keep their attention until the very last second of the video so that the algorithm goes crazy for you? Click on this video that just appeared on your screen and go straight to the next lesson. Don't wait. Let's move on right away. See you there. Don't give up, your story is just beginning.